from my perspective, quite a few things going on in this little clip here.
Well, let's real quick. We'll do our vet's vet, right? How accurate was that? I would say I think it's pretty accurate, right? In terms of what? Yeah.
Unless you're an officer. I don't understand any of that stuff.
You actually probably get less sleep though as an officer.
As being a grunt, I think that's pretty accurate. I've dug holes only to fill them up and for no reason, and then move on to the next and do the same thing over and over again with you know, and yeah, a lot of things that I like in this is he addresses the kind of the new guy attitude or stigma what happens when you're in the military. When you're new, it's rough. I don't want to say there's hazing, but there is absolutely, and please guys, or anyone, there is a rites of passage to become, to move up in rank and experience. It's not something that's just gifted as soon as you show up, which is why as a junior officer shows up to a unit that's got some seasoned veteran guys, there's a disconnect right away. You know, they're just showing up from you know, college, some prep courses, schools, and then hey, now they're with some people that have deployed, been there, done that, and there's some disconnect there. So, but yeah, I would say it's pretty accurate, and I say it's relevant too, and realistic. It's harsh. It's not easy. Would they also maybe in this hot zone?
Let's get to it down. Yeah.
Matt.
I had the same thought with the training montage and the inspirational music and all that. There's really no way to capture in a film what it's like to just not sleep for days and days and days, and try to still function mentally and physically, and actually realize that you can still function mentally and physically, and just the slow burn of how miserable that is. So he does a pretty good job, I think, of touching on that, but that's just one thing that the movies will never get.
You missed the Jack Daniels. That helps.
I don't know, what infantry guys, what do you?
Yeah, I mean, I would echo that. I mean, there's a lot of times in combat where you're not in a gunfight, and in those times you spend a lot of time fortifying your position and digging holes, and what's kind of interesting here is he's the new guy and he's like, I don't know what we're doing or why we're doing it. It's like, the leader in me is like, man, your leadership failed, dude. You should have just quietly should have told you what was going on, what you're doing.
Yeah.
I think there's a difference now too. However, I got deployed twice. Once in 2003 when there wasn't much infrastructure at all. I went back in 2006 when there was a ton of infrastructure. And when I went back in 2006, it was basically pulling on a bunch of vehicles, and we stayed with Knoll. There's an Iraqi Army barracks building, but everything was already there. It was already set up. There wasn't much this type of conflict. So that's changed a little bit.
And one last word on the, I think there always will be that new guy stigma, but I think that might be a little bit generationally different too. It's definitely made to be a hard time on the new guy, it can be, but I wouldn't say people are trying not to learn your name or trying to, just ignore you. People are in your stuff. They want to know who you are, what you got to bring to the table. And we also have the luxury of getting a lot more team forming time, either in the States or even in country when we get there. My father's a Vietnam vet in 101st, and I've heard this from Marines and Army from Vietnam, that they're like, I just got flown in the country, they threw me with a bunch of guys. That doesn't happen as much anymore, and I think that is definitely a move in a positive direction on that.